Yo, we back in the sandbox. We got a couple special guests. You see Uncle Tony in the building. It means we talking and we dropping some music.
Yes,
we got a special guest in the building. We got Kevin. We got K6.
K6, baby.
K6, how we doing,
Let's
bro?
go.
Chilling, man. You know, can't complain.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to the sandbox.
Appreciate you.
Go, dude.
First podcast experience.
Yeah, first podcast experience, and it's a pleasure being in here.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
love that. No, I'm excited. You know, I heard, you guys been working on, some projects. I seen some social media stuff going on, so I was like,
Night at the zoo, baby.
Yes,
I need to learn more about this, and I also feel like when you guys got the shit dropping, like, let's talk about it.
10
You know what I
days,
mean?
right? 10
But
days?
before we get into, the album and all that, I need to know like a little bit more about like how this got started. So, Ant, you want to elaborate a little bit? How'd you guys get connected?
We have a mutual friend that everyone probably knows, Miggs.
Shout out Miggs.
Shout out Miggs, man.
Shout out to Miggs.
He's
Shout out
60
to
Miggs.
Miggs.
There we go. And my man moved to Florida and said, have no fear. I have an engineer that is...
I'm still waiting for vacation.
Yeah,
to drop,
we're still waiting. Me and K6 went on a manhunt for that in the studio.
Yeah,
We found it.
100%.
But Miggs had connected us, and I just haven't worked with anyone else since, to be honest. Like, he had showed me some beats, and I was like, dude, like you got any plans for these? And then we turned it into a tape, and then, we just been working together ever since on whatever. Like, even if it's not tracks for K6 beats, like, I still go to K6,
Yeah, love that.
Night at the zoo, baby. So.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, when you, especially in, like, the music business, but like, for whatever I'm doing, too, like, I feel like it's important to, like, know, like, people you could trust, people you can, like, lean on a little bit, and, like, I feel like it's dope to be able to get, like, constructive criticism, too, and, like, I feel like you come to me, like, with that, honestly, like, you'll send me a song, like, yo, like, let me know how it is, and I feel like I need that too, and that's why like I send that shit to you guys, and like obviously have like Twan, like Kev, like everyone kind of shares their opinion.
And he definitely does that for me too. Like I'll be in the booth and I'll look at him and he'll just say, "Dude, do that again."
Good.
Okay, good. Thank you. Tell me if it's whack, and he does.
Just already knows. You already know. I just give him that look.
He just gives me a look. And I'm just like, all right, let's do it again. Yeah.
And I was just saying to Ant, I love the fact that like you were like getting like some clips and shit like that. I said to him like when we had like our own like our old studio like. Real makeshift, like we were sitting around like a footstool, and like that's what the mics are propped up on. So we came a long way.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, legit. but like when we were doing all that, like I felt like I was able to like express myself a little bit more and like reflect on like those feelings, like in just like a personal time. Like now that I'm here, like I got my fiance here, I got a tenant upstairs, like my brother's downstairs. Not that I don't feel comfortable doing that, because I sit in here and scream to a microphone 4 days out of the week, like literally when they're all here, and literally screaming too. Like you heard me lose my voice at trivia. Like it just happens. I'm just a loud ass dude. But with that all being the case, like it's just unique to see how that like grows and how that like levels up and like how that changes and what perspective was thought about that time ago. And then like you might play that video in like 3 years and you're gonna be like, oh shit, like we came a long way,
Even now, the other day I was watching the first video, and then just what I have now is just it's crazy.
Yeah,
the progression is great.
Yeah.
I love that. So K6, tell us about it. What's K6?
K6, I am a music producer. I've been producing since I want to say 2017.
Okay.
Shout out to Miggs.
Miggs, man.
Yeah, Miggs was he was making EDM. It wasn't my vibe, but what he was doing was cool. And then he finally made a trap beat, and that is kind of like what got me. So after seeing him make that,
did you learn like a lot of the stuff through him?
A lot of the stuff I learned was through him, and like I just learned the basics from him, and then I kind of just went my own route. Same thing with engineering. I want to say I started vocal engineering in like 2020.
Self-taught.
Yeah, 2020.
It's incredible.
Shout out to Miggs. He would bring me to his sessions, and I'll watch him, and then he taught me the basics, and now I took what I had learned from him, and
he's a master.
I wouldn't say master, but I definitely got a lot better.
Yeah. You're comfortable with your craft and everything like that, so we love that. Yeah. Where did the name K6 come from?
K6. Oh, this is a great question. This was around the T6D era.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, 6 was just an intriguing number to us. So I just took K for Kevin and then 6.
Okay.
T6D Migs.
No,
K6, you know.
That's all good.
That was that's how the name came about. I had a bunch of names before actually. I went through like phases of names. But K6.
This is the one that like stood out to
stuck,
you like,
yeah.
yo,
Yeah,
this
dude,
is
like,
this is me.
Yeah, and like I got a
yeah.
tag made for it and everything. I
Mhm.
paid. I was like like 18. I paid someone to do it,
Yeah.
so I had to make it work.
I love that.
Tag
No,
is sick. Yeah, I
yeah.
can't wait for you guys to hear that.
I know. I'm amped. Like I just literally got like a quick 30-second snippet like before. Like Anthony usually like is sending me all this shit like raw like as you guys are going. Like
Yeah.
this one like not that you intentionally like kept it a little bit close, but I haven't heard it yet, and I'm kind of excited because like I usually hear all that, but like I also tell you too, like I want to be able to give you my thoughts, my opinions, my impressions, my love, like with that as like a real authentic fan. And I
Right,
feel like
yeah.
sometimes when I see that kind of develop through before, not that it takes away from it, but I just want that
spoils
full
it.
experience.
Yeah. And I remember texting you in a couple times, and you were just like, okay, like I'll listen to it, but like I would really rather listen to it when it comes out to like get that
Experience.
Yeah, that listener experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you guys got connected with Migs. How long did you guys feel like, you guys started like, just talking
So-
and stuff like that until like things really started to like, yo, we need it. We need to get on
yeah,
this.
I mean, originally, like how we initially got connected was Migs was
Yes, sir.
Migs was in Lynn, Mike P studio, and he had K6 was working on his tape One of a Kind, right? And he initially sent me this beat. He was like, dude, like I think you would do well in this beat. So I had K6. That's when I first heard the K6 tag, and I was like, whoa. and then he sent me this 2010 Meek Mill beat, and I was like, okay. Like I definitely want to write to this. So we wrote to it. That's already out right now. That was the first time we ever connected. And then I obviously work with Migs all the time, and then Migs had moved, and I kind of inquired about like, hey, like Kevin Lopez, man.
Yeah.
He's still hanging around here. He's like, yeah, he did not move to Florida. so we've just been working together ever since. That's like the first time we initially got connected. But like,
yeah, that song.
I think it was like the winter or the fall when
22?
this year,
Oh.
23, when we originally had connected, and like I was reaching out to him for like to see what kind of beats he had. So we sat down and he played me beats, and like the first 3 beats that he played me are the first 3 songs on the tape.
Ah.
So
they left a good impression.
yeah,
My boy was cooking up.
Yeah, so he played.
100%.
Yeah, he had
100%.
sent me like he had showed me this beat in person, and I was like, whoa. And then he's like, I got another one. I was like, wait, don't play another one. And then he played it. And I was like, oh my god, like they did get better. I was like, okay, there's no way it gets better.
Yeah.
And then we had done those 2, like we had done 2 beats at one session.
Yep.
And then we came back, and I asked for some boom bap stuff, and man, did
He gave you that boom
did
bap.
he deliver? Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Oh man.
But like, yeah, we'll get into it. I know we'll get into it later on, but man, like this dude has a gift. It's
Love
crazy.
that. Before we, really dissect like what's about to drop May 17th, and I'm really amped up for that. I want to talk about like why you got into music, because I feel like that's important. Like everyone, you can do something, but I also feel like understanding why you want to do something kind of shows like your process to it, like how passionate you are about it, like where do you want this to go. So, okay, I'm gonna send this to you first. Why'd you get into music?
Honestly, at first it was seeing Migs making EDM and stuff.
So you didn't have an interest like in music before that, right?
I mean, I like listening to music. I love listening to. I still do. I love music.
Yeah.
But like
All that
before
Kendrick
that,
shit. We'll talk about it.
Whoa.
But even growing up, like I never really played any instruments. Like I tried to play the guitar. That was if I failed. I tried to teach myself piano a couple times. That was hard.
It's all good. Anthony was playing some crazy instruments.
I bought a guitar when I was a kid. But like,
Oh no!
I'm a triplet. I'm getting there.
Oh, shit.
I'm a triplet, so like we went from fighting over it to like no one using it, and then my mother was like, "Oh, 5th grade's here. We're gonna put you in violin classes."
Yeah, I
then-
swear.
Oh,
And
shit,
then she
you
stopped.
violin?
Then she pulled me because she found that I was playing Legos in the back with her in class. So,
No more violin.
no more violin.
Violin.
I'm sorry
is
to cut you
canceled.
off,
Nah,
though.
you good. But just just making beats and like seeing how good I've gotten over the past couple years, you start to grow a passion for it. So I want to say that's part of the reason why I make music now.
Okay.
Thank God you do.
But getting into it, I want to say it was just watching, the people around me, just seeing a friend do it is like, why can't you do it? And like I just started watching videos, and then eventually I
kind of grew like in love with that.
Exactly. You find a nice passion for it.
Absolutely.
The late nights, early days.
For sure. I feel like you respect all of that, and like what you invest in it kind of like shows what you think of it.
Like
too.
all the money, I'm not gonna say how much, but all the money that since 2017 that I've invested into like just laptops, plugins, sounds, drums,
system, software.
Exactly. Like a studio now, it's a huge investment.
I love that, and I respect it, and like I'm sure you could see that like from here, like knowing that we literally sat and passed around one microphone.
Yeah, we did.
And like literally,
Steve was like, "Hold on, pause."
Recorded on Zoom calls. Like that. That's literally how we like got started. Like before COVID, like before like Zoom was even big like that. And I was just like, "Yo, I love this. How do I get better? How do I get better?" Right. And so I taught myself how to create content. I taught myself how to produce a show. Like I learned the video editing. Like I had to learn like the audio stuff, like with all this shit, because not everyone speaks at like the same levels when you don't have, the nice ass equipment and shit like that.
Yeah,
so
and like teaching yourself is huge. Like once you teach yourself, it's a different grind.
Yeah.
When you teach yourself,
it's more satisfying. Too,
exactly,
it is
when you get there.
Not only that, like I just feel like. Not that you gain a different respect for yourself, but you have a lot more confidence knowing, like, yo, I knew nothing about this. Like, not a damn thing. I could barely spell podcast.
It sounded like a dessert.
Oh, shit.
Nah, but like the first time, like, I really got into it, like, I had asked your mom. I was like, Auntie, like, I'm thinking about, like, investing, like, in this. And, like, I obviously had saved, like, a couple of $1,000. I was like, look, like, that Mac Mini's going to cost me, like, close to a J. Like, the systems and the microphone, like, it's gonna cost like a couple grand. She was like, if it's something you really think that you're gonna do. 5 years later, like,
that sounds like my mother.
Yeah, she got that effect on people. But 500 episodes in, close to 50,000 downloads. So no, this isn't about me though. But I know,
but you still got it. I still had to applaud.
Yeah,
no,
huge,
of course. No, I appreciate it. But I'm just trying to like add that in with like the growth and like the journey. Like it's so satisfying, so satisfying.
Yeah.
But before we get into like this, do you have like favorite artists?
My favorite artist right now? Who's my favorite artist?
Not Drake.
Definitely not Drake.
Yeah.
I'll just
like
Anthony.
Anthony wouldn't give
Drake
wouldn't give Drake respect if he would made a song that went triple platinum, making $1 billion.
Yeah, if I had a team of 20 writers in one room too, I would do the same damn thing.
Nah, Drake's cool. I'm more.
You like K-Dot?
I'm on the Kendrick side of the beef.
That's cool. How you feel about Cole? Cole's my favorite artist.
Cole, I fuck with Cole. I'm glad he apologized.
He got out. He made a business decision for sure.
A real huge business decision. I mean, who knows what would have happened?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You know what I will say is, regardless of who. I don't feel like there has to be a winner in the rap beef.
I agree.
Yep.
I feel like it was good for rap fans. I feel like the only people it wasn't good for was Kendrick and Drake because they got a lot of dirt on their name. Like, a lot of truths came out that the average fan didn't know, and now that's going to be, like, tied to their career. And I'm not saying that that's going to impact Drake from making money or Kendrick being one of the greatest lyricists, like, in our generation.
Of all time.
But what?
Of all time.
Yeah, regardless. I mean, Pac, Biggie, like all that. I didn't want to get into that type of conversation, but but like with all that being the case, like factual or not, like you never want like being a pedophile being attached to your name, or you never wanna be like, oh, like you beat your girl, like you never want that to be attached to your name either.
Definitely.
Like regardless of what's factual and what's not, that's out there, and they had sources for that information. You know what I mean? So that's not shit that you want. They're actually my 3 favorite artists is Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake. And everyone asked me like my opinion, like, oh, like you have to pick a side, and I'm just like, I mean, I know you clearly drew a line in the
Yeah,
sand, but I'm just like, I think that this, like, we getting great music right now.
Yep.
They shut everybody out of like the music game. Like
Yep.
I heard like Joyner and Millie's like talking about, because Millie's and Meek Mill dropped something. I feel like if they didn't have like the beef like with the big three, like that shit would have went hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like nothing's relevant right now because everyone's waiting to hear like
the next
response.
yeah.
I mean, Drake had initially was like, I mean, Kendrick didn't say anything. Kendrick had just said like, we just talked about it, right? Like, F a big three, it's big me, like
on like that. But
like
it was a hard and intentional diss. But he didn't specifically stop pulling layers.
He said
like
if the
that.
shoe, he left it as if like if the shoe fits,
Yeah.
and
absolutely.
said nothing after that. And then Drake was like, poke. Kendrick,
Yeah, do that.
Kendrick,
Yeah.
don't do it.
Yeah.
Cole got involved and was like, poke, just kidding.
Yeah.
Just
and
kidding.
I'm gonna just be like clear about that like real quick too, just because like regardless of that beef going on, Cole's still like my guy.
I love Cole.
I think
Yeah,
he
Cole's
apologized because one, like I feel like there could actually be like blood spilt on this. I'm
Yeah.
not saying like
Yeah.
somebody might actually die, but dudes could actually get shot if they're actually about like their words. Like
Yeah,
they
did
are
you
in
hear
their
about
songs.
Drake's crib got shot up?
No, I didn't hear that.
It got shot. His security guard got hit.
Oh
Damn,
shit.
I had no
Yeah.
idea
Yeah,
about that.
wow.
I found
that's
that
crazy.
out today. Yeah.
Yeah,
crazy.
damn. I need to find that out.
See, like,
Yeah.
like I don't want like I love the music, like you said. Like I'm a big fan of the music that's coming out because of it, and it's like great to keep our attention and stuff like that. But like I want it to just stay within the words within the songs. Like I don't want it to get out of hand because like I talk a lot about Drake, but at the end of the day, like if you say that he's not a good artist, that's just wrong. Like
yeah.
like
Dude's
I want
been here since 09, like
that's what I'm
since
saying.
forever.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
legit.
like
Like
the
that was
song
a banger.
Forever. Yeah,
That was a banger.
yeah. But like the thing is, like I don't want like anyone to be like no one deserves to get hurt over like a rap beef. Like to be real, like it just they're both making money from it. So like they should just even if at the end of the day it's like a money grab, like Jay-Z, Beyonce's Lemonade.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So like
So okay, I said this to Ant, and like this I feel like Cole's a real intellectual dude, and I know that there's a skewed opinion on him because he apologized, but you shouldn't be viewed differently for apologizing for something that either didn't sit right with you or something that didn't sit wrong. I feel like what he's trying to do with that is be an example for people to like, look, you don't need to be petty no more. You don't need to die over this shit.
Yeah,
like your
it's not
life,
worth
like I
Nah.
think what he tried to say was like, yo, like Pac and Big literally died from this rap beef. I'm cool. I got 2 summers left in me. I want the fall off to get here.
You've been here 2 summers left for years now. Been waiting for the fall.
Nah, no.
Yeah,
but like with all of that, like I just feel like one, he tried to set an example, and like 2, I feel like he actually does fuck with both Drake and Kendrick. So it's like, yeah, like you heard your name, and he proved that he could respond. Like I thought the 7-minute drill was a good
fire.
response.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But like not keeping it out there, I just feel like he wants to sleep at night. Like he's prioritizing his own mental like
His family,
awareness, like all that shit. So that's my opinion on it. But like I think, like I said, I think there was bloodshed on both. But I don't want to go too in depth on it before we talk about your track. But anything else that you wanted to say about your favorite artist before we talk about you guys?
Honest, my favorite artist. I mean, right now, my favorite artist is Future.
Yeah,
You're gonna say that.
let's
Future.
go. I love that.
Future
Different answer.
like that.
Yeah,
See,
he's
there
the
you go.
GOAT.
Yeah.
Future's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Just look at the road that he paved. Just
Mumble
look
rap,
at his
yeah.
track record.
Yeah.
Just look at the track record. Future
It's a go-to album or song from
Like,
Future.
go-to
He's-
album is either obvious. I mean, this might be everyone's. I'm gonna say Dirty Sprite 2. Right now, it's actually the Metro collab. I've been
Which one?
the first one.
Okay.
Not the R&B one. The R&B one was fire though. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong.
Yeah,
That one was fire. But I have not stopped bumping that.
Okay.
That trap one.
I love that. And I feel like if Future came through at like a different time, he would get a lot more recognition. And I'm not saying he doesn't. Future's probably like my 4. Like Fab's up there. Like I'm a big Fab.
Soul
dude.
tapes are on Apple Music now.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I didn't know that. Oh shit, that's fire.
Nah, I'm big into all that, and it's crazy because I feel like Drake and Future really made like a lot of good like songs together too.
Yeah.
And I know we ain't getting that.
And
no
the
more.
fact that
No,
like
we're
the
not.
thing, the last thing that I'll say about it, because I know we're not gonna get too in depth about it, but like I was shocked that it was on a Future song that this all started.
Yeah.
I
You know what
thought
mean?
that was great. I
Yeah,
loved it.
as a
I mean, that's
Future,
awesome.
yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
I mean, like my favorite like Future tape is the gold one, Future, like the self-titled one.
Yeah.
Future.
Like might as well as my favorite Future song probably. But like I'm a Future guy. I wasn't always a Future fan. Like
I like
it
comfortable.
took
Just
me.
don't get
like,
too
comfortable. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a great tape
that
too in
album was
general.
crazy.
Yeah, love that.
But
All
yeah.
right, but We want to talk about you guys' collab project. That's why we brought you here. But we got to tease everybody. We got to talk more about all the beef shit. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys got a project dropping May 17th, next week, next Friday.
Yep.
What's it called? How many songs? What should we expect? What's the vibes?
So the name of it is TwoTone K6. Me and K6 have talked about it. The versatility of the beats that he made was just crazy. So like the way I had to deliver like my words and the flows on there was in a plethora of tones, voices, flows.
Yeah.
So
You feel like that was a challenge?
it was a welcomed challenge.
That's okay.
And it's like it was like, whoa, like I really want to do this. Like and I wouldn't have thought that if it wasn't the beats that he supplied. Like we got a lot of sampling on there, which is nice.
Yeah, I think everything is sampled.
You're right.
Any features?
Yes, two.
Two.
Can we name them, you think?
It's up to you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got,
What are we doing here if we ain't naming
we got,
these
we
features?
got we got 6 tracks on there. We do have 2 features. I want to say shout out to my boy Tremaine.
Shout out to True.
Shout out to Youssef, young Youssef.
Young
Oh,
Youssef.
both performs.
Yeah,
At your
both were at the show.
Okay.
Yep, both were at the
Okay.
show as well. 2 separate tracks.
Yep.
They each got their own. And
They're both doing their thing right now, too.
yeah, they are doing their thing.
Shout out
right
you
now.
guys.
Yeah, shout out.
We
for them
watch
for
you.
real.
We see you.
Yeah, we see them. Yeah, True, Youssef, bro, like dogs. Like, so like we've been. It's so the name of it is TwoTone K6. We got 6 tracks, and the way it worked out is like I mentioned earlier, like we had sat down and listened to these beats, and like every time he showed me a beat, we recorded to it.
Yeah.
And that was the order of the track list. So
Okay.
like, we definitely. So going back to what you said about did you find it as a challenge? It was not. I don't think challenge is the right word. It's like it was like a test almost, and I wanted to test like the versatility
Of what you can do, where
Exactly.
you came from, like
Right.
instead of staying on one similar type of style and
Yeah.
beat, you wanted to really push yourself, and those beats helped you do that.
because I had to live up to the level of the beat that was provided to me. To be honest, because he like I can't say enough about K6 dude. Like that. Those beats are crazy. Like there were a couple. Like there was like 1 or 2 beats. I think it was like Safari Diamonds.
Safari,
right?
yeah.
Safari Diamonds named one of the tracks, and he was like, "Dude, like I don't know about this one." I was like, "I know about this one."
Yeah.
I was like, "I know about this one."
So
Yeah,
is,
that
is
beat
that
is
like
crazy.
is that a single? I'm like, is that like a solo song? Or
No,
is that...
no. We're not gonna spoil anything. We're gonna drop it all together.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying
yeah.
like, is that like a solo song? Like no features on.
Oh
that
no,
one?
yeah, no features
Safari
on. Yeah,
Diamonds, no
yeah,
features.
My fault.
No worries. Yeah, no worries. Don't be
I'm
creeping.
not.
but that's a real question too. Like, so like the first 4 tracks are just me, and then the last 2 are the features.
Okay. What can we get the names?
The
Is that
names,
possible?
yeah. So 32 with Youssef, and then MJD is the last song.
Yeah, MJD is one of Anthony's favorite players, so I'm expecting that to be brought up.
Who also wore 32.
Ah.
And within those 2 songs, we each have 32 bars.
Yeah.
So right. So I'm excited for you guys.
Now
to
we
hear
getting
that, right? Yeah,
spicy.
exactly.
Let's go.
So
That was time for me to shut up and listen.
I mean, we had like the samples that I don't know if you want to speak to like how you found the samples and stuff
Yes,
like
bro,
that.
please.
But man, like
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the samples there's this little website. If a producer's watching, there's a website called Sample.io. Every single sample that was found on this project was found on that website.
Let's go, dude.
Okay.
Let's go. Yeah.
I don't think I individually like found a sample. No, I just shuffle.
All
It's
right.
like the website is cool. It's like a YouTube, but like it shuffles just like it's really old songs like samples. It's fire.
Yeah.
So like I just kept shuffling until I found all 6 basically.
yeah.
Love that. So like, I want to know like in your perspective, like Anthony's really giving like your beats a lot of credits. I want to know like what went into like those beats. Like how much time would you say it took you to like with like the samples and like all of that to like put it together when it was like, all right, this is a finished project. Ant's ready to kill it. Uncle Tony's ready to kill this because
because we started off. I think we picked the first couple beats that I already had. Those samples. I mean, I was just locked in. I was in my zone. I want to say the beats. Each beat that I made for the project, I want to say it took me like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah,
Something like
some fine-tuning.
I took my time with those. I mean, it could be less than an hour, but I took my time with those and made sure everything was right.
how you wanted it.
Yeah, and like sampling is a
Crazy.
challenge on itself. So it was big to get those samples to align and everything.
For sure.
But every single sample came out fire.
Yeah, they really did, dude. And I feel like that was like a test to you, because like we worked together in the past too, and like I feel like that was the first time I really heard samples come from you.
Yeah.
Like, that was the first time I really rapped over samples like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
because I don't
excited
sample
to
like
hear
that.
it.
Yeah, I don't like now. I do because I find it fun and I can
you have
actually
to make beats for me now too.
yeah, that too. And like I find it fun and like it's cool now, but it was a challenge to get those samples on time and everything.
Especially to put it onto a boom bap beat like that. Like, that was crazy.
Like the one we got with Jeff and David.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that one was fun to sample.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, like when you're creating music, like in that perspective, like I know you said like it came together in an hour and a half, but like I know me and Ian have had like multiple conversations about this, and there's like all different perspectives to it. But like I know some people like to sit on shit and like re-listen to it. Some people would just like, yo, like this shit's ready like right now. Like how do you feel about that? Like do you ever feel like that you have to sit on something to feel like it's for like the right person? Like is that not something
before you go into it, I'm gonna tee you up because I think you already know what I'm gonna say. But we were ready to drop this ASAP, but we had a hiccup.
Okay. Oh my god.
And I don't know if K6 wants to talk about that.
No, we could talk about
it. But like
shit.
I mean we had done the first three songs.
I think it was
technically 3 because there's 2 and 1.
Yeah,
not to get into it.
Okay.
But
yeah.
This is you guys' opportunity.
Yeah, so like we did the first 3 songs, and I don't know how it happened. You gotta tell it. But like, but we had a certain laptop issue.
Okay, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean we
lose the hard drive.
It was just a whole Mac.
It was a whole entire thing. Like
damn.
Like not just the tracks that we had, but like the tracks that he had beforehand too.
Yeah.
So like there's a lot of remaking that had to be done. Like thank God we had exported the original file beforehand, and like he had mixed it at like 95% or something like that.
Yeah, they were pretty much done.
Yeah, but like we had to mix a couple tracks without having the
vocal stems. Yeah,
which it doesn't sound like we did because this kid is a gift. But we were ready to drop some stuff, but like we were ready. It would have been out earlier, but we had a hiccup. Like the laptop crashed and like everything on it like was gone.
Yeah.
So like we had to work around that. So like we had to wait for it to be fixed. So in the meantime, we had to go into, I call it Studio B, even though it's Studio A. But because Night at the Zoo is the name of the studio that he's got within Mike P, our boy Mike P's studio. Shout out Mike P.
Shout out to Mike P.
But we were in the zoo, and that's the laptop that crashed. So we were going to the other studio in the same spot, and we recorded a couple of them, and then he had brought them back into the zoo when the laptop got fixed and mixed them up I'll say perfectly. And the fact that we were able to come back from that was like
it was huge.
Yeah,
it
was huge. And the fact that the songs are at the quality that they are still.
Yeah,
man,
that fucking Mac, man. I don't know. I don't know what I lost so many beats. I lost so many projects.
Damn.
It was a hard moment to.
I buy 5 terabyte drives because I don't store my shit no more.
After that happened, I bought a big 1
terabyte drive.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think I don't know. The power used to go out a lot there. So I think
it could have just shut off without ejecting properly, and
exactly. It wouldn't turn back on. I took it to like the store. They were like, it's like the whole board. I was like, wow,
damn.
And we had tried to re-record some of the songs, like we had the files originally.
Oh yeah, we did a second version of
We did a second version of the first song is called TwoTone.
Yeah.
TwoTone/Villain because it's 2 songs in one. And the original plan was to like have like all the songs fade into each other, but I feel like it would take away from the masterpiece that was that song. So I'm happy that we kind of made it into like a just normal tape. Like the first 2, like there's 2 songs in the first one, but like I feel like it was a sign too. It was like slow down.
Yeah, because we were cooking.
Yeah, we were cooking. Like
it was like weekly.
And I feel like if we didn't have that, I feel like I would have been focused on like the wrong things.
Okay.
Instead of like my delivery, my words and stuff like that, and then like we had time. I had time to write to more stuff, and that way.
Do you
like,
write in the studio sometimes, or like do you usually?
I feel like the entire tape I did.
Yeah, you
Right?
did.
Yeah.
You would
Yeah.
come, you had an idea, and then you would finish it off.
Yeah, I would
So-
come with like 16 bars prepared, and then write the rest on spot. And
So
then I would
is
say-
there a vibe for the album? Like, is there something that like is like corresponding throughout all 6 songs?
like a defining like theme? You're saying?
Yeah. Like, is there something you're trying to deliver with this?
Yeah, there's. And tell me if I know you agree. I'm not even gonna ask you. No song is the same.
Okay.
Like no delivery is. There's similar deliveries because obviously every artist has their own style and how they deliver and stuff like that.
But that's
like,
part of the challenge that
yeah.
you said that we were
and that's
talking
part of the
about.
reason why it's two-tone. It's
Okay.
like I try to do more than one tone flow
To the song.
to each and every song.
Yeah.
Like no tone or flow is repeated.
Okay. So
it's
there's a lot of meaning
yeah.
behind the words that
Yeah,
are all
yeah.
corresponding
Yeah.
with this
And
album.
and we also
or
leave
the
it up
tape.
to like the listener's perspective too. To,
Okay.
like, how they
Yeah.
see it, you know. So,
Yeah.
but
Okay, how many projects do you feel like you've been involved with, and where does this one really stack up? Like,
This one, I want to say is my number one.
Yeah?
I'm looking forward to it. This is probably the most professional, serious project I've taken.
Okay.
mhm.
You know, just from doing everything from the start, from making the beats to engineering Tony's vocals to mastering
to coming on a podcast and talking
to
about
coming
it.
on a podcast. Literally, like,
Yeah.
you know, this is the probably the most serious one, the most exciting one that
Mhm.
I can't wait to release.
Yeah, I feel the same way to be honest. Like,
Yeah, this one was
And
my mission with this one was I wanted to show everyone what I could do.
hell
Okay.
yeah. And you did.
And I
can't wait.
Exactly. I
Let's
wanted to really stamp my name. Like, okay, this like he means business.
Yeah.
like people in Boston need to come hit up K6.
Yeah,
because-
this kid is not
He's not
a
playing.
basement producer anymore.
Yeah,
He's not a basement
yeah.
producer. He this is what he does.
like yo, like come get a track and like
Come
you'll
to
be
the
coming
zoo.
back.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
That's-
yeah.
That's
That was hard.
that was
I'm not even a rapper.
That was hard. That was hard.
yeah. That's was my goal with this.
I love that. And I feel like, you know, other times like you work through like singles, projects, EPs, like whatever the case may be. You felt like this one, like you feel like this one's different.
And I give a lot of credit to K6 too, because like I have 2 albums out now. But
You like those albums?
I do, yes.
yes.
Even the stuff he did with Migs too.
Yeah, the stuff. So like, Migs has always been there to like help me within the creation of the song itself. But like obviously when it comes down to creating the album, it's a solo album,
Yeah.
right? So like having K6, having collaborated with him on the entire album as a whole, like he was able to like bring me back down to earth and say like, okay, hold on, like we need to do this and like do this differently. It was awesome to have another voice in there instead of me just like, because I feel like at the
A
beginning,
trusted voice.
exactly,
at least.
a trusted voice for sure.
Because like I feel like you've gone to the studio with a bunch of different artists and shit like that, but I
Yeah.
just feel like sometimes like as like an artist, like it's a different perspective than as a producer, and I feel like being able to have that with Migs and now having that like with K6, like kind of, I don't want to say that you couldn't learn that from like another artist, because like absolutely you could,
Mhm.
but there's a difference when like they know how like the beat that they're making, or they know like how it's being engineered and how that
Exactly.
can complement your style and your voice.
And how I would sound on it. So like it's
Yes.
different. Like I've had feedback from artists too that have been very helpful, like AJ and Perry and
Of course,
and
of course.
Youssef, True, like everyone,
Not
everyone,
taking anything away
yeah,
from them.
exactly. But like getting the constructive, not only feedback, but like planning and like the game plan
This has been
from a
different.
producer and an engineer. Like again, like I said, Migs has helped me with that too. But like K6 made these beats, so he's like, listen,
He knows
bro,
how
like,
to best complement those beats.
and it's like an hour tape. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
like I feel like like Migs and K6 are the only ones that have been able to do that for me, especially K6 now with this tape coming out. Like I'm just excited for everyone to like hear it.
Is there
I
any
can't wait.
story that's being told through this?
I think we're just kind of showing off, to be honest. Like
That's
Yeah,
cool too.
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's cool too.
I mean, it's just we're here.
Yeah.
This is what we do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a kick in the door type of tape. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
like don't. This is what we do.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say
we're
about
both
it.
Good.
doing different. Like we're both
Yeah.
doing something different, and it's not like different. Like like, oh, this is cool. It's like, oh, damn, like this is for real.
Yeah.
You know what
So
I mean?
y'all been doing this. I want to know how long it took, even with all those hiccups included, to make this. What were the studio sessions like?
Studio sessions were great.
Yeah, they were great.
They were always good.
Yeah, at least once a week.
Yeah. Right? And then when I had the little Mac hiccup, I took
a little bit of a break. It was like an all-star break.
There was like multiple hiccups. There was like the Mac, remember?
Yeah, the Mac.
cars. My car got totaled. I think your car wasn't working.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Daughter world.
Yeah, daughter. Yeah, I mean.
Father duty.
Yeah, we had to, like.
Shout out Fina.
Exactly. Shout out Serafina. And then like having Morgan be able to watch Serafina for the night, and stuff like that.
Shout out to
Morgan. While she's doing like school and two businesses.
She's doing school, so like I had my brothers
cleaning all your dishes.
Like being able to, and then like having to work from 8 to 5:30 every day.
We got a Chubby Cherub bar in there, don't we?
Yeah, we do have we have a Chubby Cherub bar in there. Shout out Chubby Cherub.
We do.
My fiance Morgan's clothing line that she's making for babies and adults now. Get yours today. Shop chubbycherub.com.
We got Tampa coming up.
We got Tampa coming up for Morgan and I getting married in September.
Hey.
So within planning of all that, and then we had like that Tampa is the bachelor party, if you didn't know. Joint bachelorette.
Your wedding might be the drunkest I've been in probably 5 to 6 years.
It
I don't drink.
It might be the only time Steve has gotten drunk since the feast when we were behind the Starbucks. But that's another story for another time.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But no, I want to hear the song list. I know like we started to talk about it, but TwoTone
Villain.
Yep.
Is the start of it.
2-1.
Yep. And then we have
21. You said
2-1.
2-1-1.
Yeah, that's a 2-in-1 song.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Then we have mixed personalities.
Okay.
Which is like the definition of like what the reason why it's two-tone. You know what I mean? Which is that boom bap type, and then like the delivery of like Safari Diamonds is next, which is the beat that he didn't originally like, and now it's our favorite song.
Safari Diamond, and what was the other one? There was another one.
You got MJD, you said?
We have Attack of the Clones.
Yes, that one. That beat I wasn't feeling. I wasn't feeling that beat.
He wasn't
but
feeling
Tony,
Attack of the
but
Clones,
Tony showed me otherwise.
Yeah.
Was he at the show?
Of course he was.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh damn! I didn't get introduced to at the show.
I was
because you performed Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, I opened with Attack of the Clones, but I think
that was the one that you called me up. You were like, Steve, I can't talk. Come and do this.
That was my that was what's it called? That was records.
Because I was dude, because like Yusuf was going crazy in the background.
Yusuf was headbanging in the back.
Yeah, nah, but he was like, I feel like he was getting amped up because I literally knew like most of the words.
Yeah.
Like when we get like the Apple replay at the end of the year, every single year, Anthony's been top 3 for like the past like 3 years.
Hell yeah, let's go.
So
and like I as a refresher, but like I was mad sick for that show, like coughing, sneezing, like I'm pretty sure I was sipping Dayquil in between songs, like blowing my nose in between songs, and like I couldn't talk after, like I wasn't like I didn't drink, I didn't do nothing during the show, like I was on water, allergy meds. You know what I mean? So
trying to get better.
That's definitely why I didn't make the introduction, because I wasn't thinking about it. I was
it is
thinking
all
about
good.
my health.
Nah, you had enough to worry about at the time, and like even like Dave and Ryan, like they're doing.
Jeff and Dave,
Dave Ryan and
Jeff Porter, baby,
like those guys are doing their thing.
We worked with them too, so we have a couple tracks with them.
Yo,
that we've been
working on. They gotta get in the studio.
So I'm saying, we gotta. Hopefully, I'm gonna.
You gotta make that happen.
Yeah, I got you for sure.
You gotta make that happen.
But yeah, we have some things going on there, so
love that
in the future for sure.
All right, so this project drops May 17th.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys got going on for the summer? Is it like, this is gonna be here for the summer? Is there something that you're working on through the summer? K6, what you got going on through the summer? Because summer music, I feel like music's popping through the summer.
Of course.
Yeah. I don't have anything scheduled right now.
Okay.
I don't have anything scheduled now. Just the Tony project. A couple. I might have some singles here and there, but that's not finalized yet.
Okay. You hopping on a beat at all?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't rap.
Come on, Ian.
I don't rap. I tried it years ago.
I asked him already. We had this conversation.
I tried it years ago, but it's not for me.
That's all good. That's all good.
I can't get behind the computer. So I wish I could do what he does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I gotta be really drunk to even to even attempt to go behind the booth.
Funny.
I gotta be gone.
Anything you want to share about the summer?
Yeah. So obviously, like me and K6 are looking to get at least one of the visuals done for one of the songs that we won't say.
Let me know.
I'll let you know in the future. But I do. So this is coming out May 17th. So you get 10 days. It's gonna be everywhere that music is streamed.
Yep.
Speaking of our boy Miggs, Miggs and I have been working on a tape for 3 years now. And the reason why it's taken so long is because obviously he's moving to Florida.
Us.
Yeah.
You
know, like my daughter's turning 2 now in June, so Miggs and I do have a tape coming out as well. But this is a different Miggs. This is Miggs behind the mic. So like it's not it's a engineer Miggs as well. K6 also had helped on this tape with the engineering and the mixing as well, but Miggs has been, he didn't produce, like he was just solely on the mic. Yeah. So like I'm excited for people to hear more of him as well.
Let's go.
Because he's not just an engineer, he's not just a producer. Like this man can go behind the mic. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm excited for you guys to hear that. That's called the Overdue EP.
Oh,
for sure.
Overdue.
Yeah, that's right. That sounds right.
But you know, I'm really excited for this one, man.
You got
TwoTone
that?
K6, like
Anthony's gonna be performing August 17th.
Yes.
At the Since the Sandbox 5-year event.
5 years, baby. 5 years, 5 stars.
Okay,
yeah,
yes,
no less.
K6 gonna pop by if you
Yeah,
want to do it.
of course, I'm gonna pop out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pop out for sure.
We're gonna do a live podcast. Everyone's gonna have some drinks. We're gonna sell some merch. We're gonna have a live performance. We're gonna take everyone to Eastie.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
so we're gonna come have a good time. I'm sure you'll be doing your show again in November.
Mm-hmm.
No.
We'll talk not about a specific date, but I do want to have outside of the event that we got for Since the Sandbox. Like I'm definitely gonna do. So I'm not gonna do the whole tape there, but I'll definitely want to have a show for that tape. You know,
good.
So
let's go.
But visuals, mixtape. We got TwoTone K6, man. I'm excited for you.
Hey,
I can't wait.
I'm excited, man. I just want you guys to hear the beat that this dude made. Like it's crazy. Like,
taking the trip from Lowell, man. Appreciate that coming down to the Sandbox.
Course.
I know you got another session after this too. That's a busy worker man trying to make his vision come to life. That's all.
I'm trying.
Yes, sir. No, but before we talk about you know what's going on in the music world right now, just want to give you guys the floor for anything that you want to share about like your music journey and maybe some like goals in like your music career.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I mean, the end goal for me, man, is just a big placement, really big placement.
Hell yeah.
You know, multiple big placements.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal for me. I don't really care. The money will eventually come, but I just want to make good music. Yeah. And I'm trying to get this vlogging shit going. So subscribe to my YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube. That's why he got the camera. Exactly. Subscribe to my YouTube. You know, I'm just trying to be.
What's the channel?
Night at the Zoo, baby.
Prod by K6 all together.
Okay.
Yeah, Prod by K6. The show is Night at the Zoo, baby.
Night at the Zoo.
Yeah. 100%.
Love that.
You can catch Bart Simpson hanging from the wall in the background.
Bart. I got a Bart Simpson.
Yeah. And definitely, I've been tuned into that channel for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we're progressing pretty good so far. 5 videos in. First, we did the Night at the Zoo. I did 4 solo vlogs, just me making beats.
I was on 2 of them.
Let's go.
Yes,
nice.
Yes, actually,
I can't wait to listen.
Editor's working on that one.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Let's go, dude.
And then, like any other goals that you wanted to share before we talk about the beef?
Man, like, I feel like I've spoken to it before, but like, I don't have like, I'm not doing this for any. I'm doing it because I just love it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing it with any like yeah, it'd be nice to make money doing something that I love like this, but at the same time, like I got a job. You know what I mean? Like I'm just doing this because it's like
you're passionate about it.
I'm confident in my ability to do it. I'm passionate about it. Like I know I'm good at it. You know, like
Same
I feel like
here,
it'd be a waste of time. Like if I didn't do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
same here.
Like my whole thing, like with like all of this is like there's some days that like, and I know you guys can relate, that are just like, yo, like, should I really be doing this, or like this is really hard to like do on top of everything else I'm doing. But like the question I always ask myself the second that I think that, I'm like, 20 years from now, am I gonna be happy about that decision?
Yeah, at
Because
least you did.
I love
yeah.
doing this shit.
Yeah,
I love doing this.
I love doing it too, and like I've given up. I've given up multiple times. Like I've gone 6
Everyone
months,
has, for
multiple
sure.
months without even touching a thing. But like I always found myself coming back to it.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of, I found that out like a couple years ago. I was like, okay, there's a reason I'm coming back to it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm good at what I do.
For sure.
So
And you
after-
care about it.
Exactly.
That means something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For sure. You know, it's huge.
Like I haven't
Yeah.
dropped the tape since 2021, 22.
Yeah.
Before my daughter was born.
Still
That's the last
bangers,
time I
though.
dropped the tape. Yeah, they're still resonating, which is nice. But like, I mean, this is like the comeback for real. Like, and
Let's
I'm
go.
very thankful
Yeah.
to K6 for helping me like come out of the hiatus for sure. Like,
Thank you
obviously
for you
life gets
too,
in the
bro.
way and stuff like that. But like I was a little rusty at the stop, but like
Let's
we're
go.
back and like I still got it. You know,
I'm amped
so
up.
I'm
We're
amped
ready. Yeah.
I'm amped up.
Shout out to you too.
Two-tone
Tony.
K6, baby. Let's go.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
Yeah, let's go.
sir.
We really amped up. You guys are gonna see more about that on socials,
Mhm.
but the music game is crazy right now. Yo, the music game has really taken over like the world. Like
shit.
Danielle came to me the other day and like she hears all this shit because I make sure that she hears this. But she came to me and she was like, "Yo, like I see so many." She didn't say yo. She was like, "Yes, yeah." She was probably like Sven, like
Yeah,
she
Sven.
just fucking around.
Sven from Dre.
Yeah, yeah, right. She was like, I see so many people on TikTok like talking about it now, and I'm just like, if you're seeing that like on TikTok, like on your For You page,
Yeah.
you know, like
On the
there's people-
makeup for you
Yeah.
page.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is huge.
But like this has really been going on since like March 22nd.
Mhm.
Like we're here at May now. Like
Yeah.
like when Like That first came out, and we were like, oh shit, like how's this all gonna go? Like.
Mm-hmm.
We just came off of a weekend where we got 4 drops in 4 days, like
Literally.
crazy shit, and like we're
2
talking.
assassination attempts.
Yes, yes.
Via words, of course.
So
Yeah.
so like we're talking about all this. Like I want to hear like what your takeaways are, your biggest impressions, least favorite part of like all of this, and like how you think this is gonna impact the summer of 2024. Because this is just like the start of like whatever's gonna happen.
Right.
What I just kind of want to say with all this is like I think that there was a lot of like personal shit that was like I said that was brought out in all of this. I'm happy about like all the music, but like the slander is like a little bit crazy. Like in a rap diss, it was very vulgar. The fact that like Kendrick addressed Drake's parents and said like, "Hey, like I want this dude to die." Like that.
I'm
that's
sorry
what's
you
crazy.
exist, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like Dennis, wear a fucking condom.
Yeah,
like that's
literally.
wild. But also at the same time, like what I want to say, and like Ant, like I know it would probably pain you to admit this, but when Damn dropped in 2017, if you said in 2017 that Drake would be going song for song with Kendrick, we all probably would have said, yo, like you're crazy. And I just feel like there needs to be like
I still
a
think
little
that you're
bit
crazy.
more respect to Drake because
held
he's
his own.
doing that. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, they did hold his own for sure.
yeah, he held his own.
They did. Yeah. his
Yeah,
writers did,
he
for sure.
definitely did. Bro, look, I don't want to hear like none of that because every single artist
Nah, okay.
legit has like a team like as part of them now.
Okay.
Like,
Let me jump in real quick, because I know I say a lot about Drake. Like obviously, Drake doesn't have a legit like a team of writers. Like that's a joke. Like he definitely has some writers for sure. Like that's been been addressed. That's been proven, right? But like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, like they don't. Like that's a fact. Like
there was some artists in some of the recent stuff. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, like
some lyricists.
and if they do, like if they do, it's not at the scale or the volume of songs that Drake has, I believe. I mean, Drake's written songs for Alicia Keys, like Rihanna and stuff, right? Like
I agree. I just think that in the music game, if you don't have a team that's doing that, then you're just like, I don't want to say like you're not on that level by any means, but like when you get there, you have multiple people that are gonna check and help that you're producing the quality of a product that you feel like should reflect you as an artist.
I promise you right now, Cole does not have anyone checking his lyrics because he don't need to. Like
not checking his lyrics.
I'm saying okay, but I'm saying like he doesn't have a second pen in there. Cole does not have a second pen in there.
I don't think that's what the prominent part of the argument should be.
I'm like my thing is like obviously like
Let's just focus on the music.
Yeah, we're focused on the music itself, but like some of it gets clouded to me, like, as an artist, and obviously, like, I'm not on that level of Drake and Kendrick, so, like,
soon we will be.
Yeah,
yes.
no,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Aspirations, for sure. But, you know, like, as an artist myself, it takes away from it for me personally if the lyrics didn't solely come from you. And I'm sure, like, at the end of the day, like, realistically, like, no, like, when it comes to the distance stuff, like, they may have had a hand, but, like, I'm sure, like, they definitely wrote it themselves.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, right? But, like, I just like making that joke because I'm Team Kendrick all the way, and I'm just looking for something to hate
No,
Drake
of
about.
course,
You know what I mean?
of course.
But like, I don't know. Like, it gets blurry to me. Like, and I lose. I don't want to say I lose a little bit of, respect. A little
Yeah,
bit
no,
when,
I know
when
that's
it's
what you're
not
trying
solely
to say.
from you. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, like, and like I said, like, that, it's all fair. I just feel like with this beef got, like, that serious, I don't feel like that's a serious part of, like, the conversation. It's more like the jabs that, like, we want to discuss.
Yeah.
But Six, like, as Ant says that, like, how do you feel, like, about all that? Like,
I love this. I love this rap beef. I mean, if you got writers, I want to discredit it just a little bit.
Yeah.
See?
Just a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's
Just a
what I'm
little
saying. I
bit.
agree,
Just
I
a little
agree.
bit. You know,
Yeah.
everyone has their team. Everyone has their camp.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sure.
I want to discredit it just a little bit because, you know, if it's not the camp against Kendrick, it's Drake against Kendrick.
Yeah.
Legit. Yeah.
So
that's well said.
that's the only way I'll discredit it just a little bit. But overall, Drake has been holding his own.
Yeah.
nah, yeah.
I'm Kendrick as well. I mean, I fuck with Drake too. Drake's, you know, I also listen to Drake. But
I don't want my
No.
opinion to, like, make you guys
No,
not
it's not.
say,
It's
yeah,
not.
yeah.
But, like, see, like, what you asked earlier, you said, what is it? Is there something that you don't like about what's going on? And I love, obviously, like everyone else. Like, I'm a big fan of, like, the rap beef. It's entertaining, right?
Yep.
It's fun.
I love it.
I'm not a fan of the extent
That it got to.
that it got to, you know what I mean? Of the jab. It's like, okay, like, that's a big allegation. Like, why are you rapping about that? Like, and at the same time, like, if that shit is real, like, come to light. Like, that shit is not right. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if that shit is real, like, I want it to come to light so I can understand, like, who I'm listening to and, like, adjust accordingly to, like, you know what I mean? But, like, if that's not true, like, don't put that in the song. Like,
Yeah.
Like, leave
Do
that
you-
shit out.
I wanna know, like, in you guys' honest opinion, with all the information that we know, do you guys actually believe that Drake's a pedophile?
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. But, like,
I would.
I
There's
just feel like
I
he's
just, you
too
never know
big.
nowadays. Like,
Yeah,
you
This
really
is
never
cancel.
know. Like,
This is cancel culture, though.
yeah,
Exactly,
yeah.
and I'm like, I don't know.
I don't think he's a pedophile. I think, like, there's shit that you can question, like.
Yeah, there's a lot of questioning shit, like.
But to say, like, a pedophile, like, a sex trafficking and all
Yeah,
that, like,
yeah.
I don't think that's
Like,
the case.
yeah,
yeah.
but like it also doesn't help that like I don't know. It kind of the last disc that he put out, he basically said he wanted to stop.
Yeah.
And like I don't
feel
know.
that.
Well, like why would you want to
Put that
stop
out,
after
yeah.
all these
The Hot Pot 6 you're
allegations?
talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and to come out, like, to hear the disses from Kendrick.
Like
It's
Kendrick means that shit.
Yeah, he does.
Nah,
like,
he
like,
absolutely
And he's
Kendrick,
been in the industry for what did he
Like-
say, 12 years?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all he
like-
is.
Kendrick said that shit with his upper lip was like quivering and like he was like angry
But-
saying it like.
I also think it took Kendrick, like, a little bit to get to that point, though. Like I told you, like, that first disc that, like, he dropped, what was it, like, the 616 in, like, in LA, like, that Father's Day
Oh,
shit?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I didn't think, like, that went the hardest. Like, the Not Like Us and, like, the Meet the Grams, like, that shit,
Meet
like,
the
went
Grams
crazy.
is definitely-
Euphoria too.
Yeah,
Euphoria. was
Nah, yeah,
crazy.
Euphoria was really good. I liked Push-Ups and I
I
liked
did too. I push up was good.
Family Matters. Like, I thought they
Yep.
were all good. And what I will say, like, with Drake stuff, I thought it was, like, really unique that Push-Ups led into, like, Family Matters too, like what, like, the beat and like all that type
like
of
he
shit.
just finished it off
And
Family
then
Matters.
picked it right back
Yeah.
up.
My thing is like, for Drake to come out and the first thing to combat is the daughter allegations over everything else is like, bro.
He don't, but that was so, like, I feel like the reason why that came out was because he intentionally spread that false information to Kendrick. Like, he don't have, like, that daughter, and, like, that was already, like, factual, and that's why Not Like Us came out, like, right after.
Yeah. Okay. Like, so yeah.
But-
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, what? Because you thought, like, he actually did.
No, I just like, I'm just like confused as to like the first thing that you're saying no to is like the daughter thing after
Yeah.
everything else that he said.
All
Yeah.
those, because he had a lot of allegations, and the only thing that I saw him decline until he dropped, I think, the Heart Part 6, He was only declining that he didn't have a daughter.
Yeah.
He wasn't declining
Drake,
the pedo stuff.
Yeah,
He wasn't
that's what I'm
declining
the
none-
hot
nothing
politics,
else.
like,
Yeah.
he did. But before that, you're right. And like, but I just feel like if you're defending yourself, like in the argument, you're also not dissing the person if you're defending yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, so like I feel like that's part of it. And just because like I think like Kendrick said like a lot of crazy, and I don't want to say I liked it because I didn't want to get like the kids involved in like their like adult ass beef, but like legit addressing like Adonis like and like all that shit and like
Dear
how to
Adonis.
be like a father to your kid, because that's the thing, and that's also another reason why I feel like Cole's out, because like he is a dad and he wants to be
he
involved.
He don't go there.
Yeah.
And I respect Cole for that.
Yeah, and
Sure.
and Kendrick like he is a dad too, but like is one of those kid Dave free?
Yeah.
We don't know, but I do think like just as serious as like the paraphernalia talking about with Drake, like I think it's just as bad if Kendrick actually did beat on his girl and like hired a crisis management team. But
yeah.
I think it aligns with the timeline on why Kendrick was absent for like such a long time too. Like I think there's a lot of things, and that's why I said like I don't think it worked out for either of them, because a lot of these timelines are adding up, and the stuff that's not adding up, like we're asking like why wasn't that addressed? Why wasn't that
exactly?
addressed?
That's
But what I will say is the main thing for Drake, I don't want to say it was like, oh my god, like this is his saving grace, because not by any means. Like that's not something that you just like say and you just like forget about it. Like
right.
Yeah.
but the girl that they said that was like 16 like on stage that he gave like a kiss on the cheek or whatever, she made a statement like today and
Yeah, I
literally
saw
said
that.
like it was nothing, like you guys are like
Yeah,
blowing
like
this
that's
shit
nothing.
up.
Yeah, like that's
so like
that's
so
show
like
stuff,
when you hear the pedophile stuff, like you guys thinking like Diddy level shit,
I mean, like I know for a fact,
because like that's some crazy shit.
that's aggressive. Like
Diddy is crazy.
like that's aggressive for sure. Like and I'm sure in the coming months, years, or whatever,
We'll find out more.
dirt will be uncovered on.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be Drake, but it will be. I guarantee you that it wasn't just him. Like there's someone else. There's a couple other players in that thing that aren't revealed at the time.
Yeah,
At
like
this time.
like on my job, a lot of people are saying like when this whole Diddy shit was happening, everyone was saying Jay-Z is next.
That's what I was gonna. I didn't want
Yeah.
to say it, but yeah.
I heard that like that's why like he hasn't came out and like talked about like, any of this.
Mm-hmm. That's why
Which
they're
is-
just banking on that Beyonce country album right now.
This
Nah,
ain't
legit,
Texas.
yeah. That might have started in
I
Texas.
know. I know.
But yeah, it's all
This
gonna
is
come to light.
Texas. Yeah.
It's all gonna come to light eventually.
Nah, I know, but I mean, my biggest impression, what it was like, this is why these are two of like the biggest dudes like in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I still personally think it's a big three, and if you wanted to say it was a Fantastic Four, like with Future, like I'm not taking anything away from that. Like Future's had a different impact than those three dudes,
Yep.
and like the spotlight that he got, and I feel like kind of came a little bit after like when they first kind of got out there, and I feel like that's
I
why
would
people
say so as well, yeah.
kind of leave him out of that conversation. But I would say those three dudes are around since 2009. I feel like Cole is the most different dude out of the three from that time. Like I feel like who he was when he was first coming out, like with Friday Night Lights and shit like that, is a very different person than who he is now. I feel like Drake still makes a lot of like the pop and the hits, and I feel like Kendrick is like his true identity. Like
Kendrick just lets you sit with his words.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and I think a part of the reason why Cole backed out, I do think that there was conversation between Kendrick and Cole.
I mean, they
with
had
all
that. I'm still waiting on that.
Black Friday.
The Black Friday tape. Like I'm
yeah.
still so like it did break my heart a little bit when that came out, and I'm happy. Like, well, I came to you at first, and I was like, "Yo, stand on that shit, Cole. Like, don't pull back." Like,
Nah, he did, and like I have to share like my opinion with that. Like I just don't think like Cole's
you
like
enlightened me for sure.
yeah, Cole. I don't think he's like a passive aggressive dude, and like I think he would rather the opinion of someone saying, "Oh, this dude's a bitch. He apologized," and keep his life and still be a successful artist for over a decade.
He wasn't touched in the beef. Yeah.
And like I said, like if he was in the beef, there might not have been that shit to come out about
That's what
Cole
I'm saying.
too.
Yeah.
You know?
Kendrick was like, "Yo, it's about to get really serious. Like, are you really down to be in this beef right now?" And
But,
he's
like,
"Nah,
Oh
nah."
my God.
I feel like they couldn't have, like, I don't know, like, that Cole was involved in, like, scandals like that.
Nah,
like
yeah.
his girl
I can't
like
believe
wasn't
that.
involved with that. Like he's a father to his kid. Like him and Drake
graduated
make
college
music.
and everything. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
He's riding bikes and shit.
That's
Yeah.
dude. Like
this
I
dude
love
sold
that
all
shit.
his clothes. Like, this dude drives a bike and like he doesn't wear like.
Got the Dreamville label and he
That's what
does
I'm
that
saying.
shit himself.
He wears
like,
Dreamville hoodies. He
Yeah.
made it. You know what I mean?
produced
Like,
one of Kendrick's greatest songs of all time too.
Yeah, I mean he's a sneaky producer. He's produced songs for Corday, Anderson .Paak. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like but he doesn't go around like.
He did something on the Blueprint 3, I think.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, he did.
I
He
forgot
did.
what he did.
I forget which one it
And
was.
like, cause I love the fact that like he has like the whole East Coast is like part of like his like he's got ties in Atlanta, like obviously like the Carolinas, and then going up to New York and like learning to grind like through that shit.
Yeah.
Like there's
We
so
met
many.
Boss.
What?
We met my boy Boss.
Yeah,
I
like
love Boss.
and literally there might not be a more dynamic duo than what was the song we sang years back?
Oh, what?
Keys and
Oh my God, we used to sing this Alicia Keys and
Say
Beyonce.
you love
Say you
me.
love me.
Yeah.
Say you love me. To put it in a,
literally in the back of the
Yeah, yeah.
Escalade.
Ben's like, dude, you can't keep singing the same song.
yeah, legit.
But it mattered.
But no, yeah, this was the rap beef. Anything else that you guys kind of want to share like with all this before we wrap up the episode?
I just wanted to end right now, and I want Matt Toro to stop calling you right now.
Yeah. Well, this camera's pushing an hour, so he's gonna have to wait a couple more minutes.
shit.
So.
No worries. But yeah, I just wanted to. I think it's done now. I think it should just stop because I don't want anything crazy to happen. Like, I don't want anyone to get hurt, nothing like that. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
like we did it. Like, it happened. Like,
Yeah.
the Pac and Biggie stuff back in the day ended in some casualties. Obviously, like, I don't want it. No one deserves to be hurt or anything like that from this. So I think we should just wrap it up.
Yeah. Six. How was your podcast experience? How was your time on Since the Sandbox?
This was great, man. This is first podcast ever.
You a little nervous?
I was at first.
Okay.
you realize-
Random ass
and
dude,
then-
random house.
Yeah, and then I eased into it. I was like, okay, we're just yapping. It's just
Yeah.
a big yap session.
Mhm.
It was great though.
Good.
Great. This was a great opportunity. The rap beef. I mean,
Talk about us.
yeah.
Love
Talked
that.
about us. It was great.
You're gonna have to come back real soon.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
of course. I'd love to.
But guys, May 17th, make sure to go and check out the project. Going to be crazy. Join
Two-tone,
us
K6,
August
baby. Sir.
17th to see some of that performed live.
Yeah.
You guys know you can expect episodes every single week here at Since the Sandbox. You know the deal.
baby. Peace,
Love,
and
5
stars,
stars,
baby.
nothing
Yes,
less.
sir.
Yeah.